This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, everyone, and good evening, Spirit time zone. So we're going over the Linux command line, and we went over a lot of commands in the last few sessions. We understood how do we work in Linux operating system through commands, right? So it's all about commands, no GUI. So it's all about whatever we need to know. It's all about commands that uh, uh, we just put the commands in on the cell and it interacts with the kernel. Okay, so coming just moving forward, so like if you want to, we have seen all these things. Grep is very important command. Let's say I'm just trying to understand the scenario why I would use grep. Let's say I have 1,000 files in a directory, thousands files, and it's all the log files. Okay, let's say I'm running a test and some application log file or debug log, whatever, any application debug or the log files are there. And you want to see the error, a particular type of error in all the 1,000 files in the directory. You cannot just manually open all the files, and it's not the way to do. Okay, do a control F, like you know how to do control F, right? Forward slash find the word in each of the files. No, that's not the way. What you do, you type grep, you type a pattern, like let's say error or any particular error A kind of thing. Grep error A, and you give the directory name, or you give the all the you mention about all the files like star.log, something like that, in that directory, and then it will list uh, everything. It will list all the lines. It will just list all the lines with that uh, error code you're searching for. Very useful. I use it often, so it's a very useful command. So grep is used for that, right? To demonstrate, it will take a lot of time for me to demonstrate here, but I hope you guys understood, right, the meaning of it. Yes. I will have to create lot many files. Let me just do quickly. Touch, if I just do sample one, let me just put touch sample two. Let's say I have these two files, and if I vi sample one, and if I edit, let's say uh, something uh, 5, and I type error, let's say I type the word error A, error A, error A, let's say, and then I continue. Let's say I have 1,000 lines in each of the files, and so just imagine, okay, something like that. And in the sample two also I have similar kind of a thing. I just something 199, whatever, any number I'm just giving in here. You have 96, you have 95, you have, let's say you have also have error A, error A. You just go on whatever numbers and matter. Okay, let's say you have this too, but you want to find out all the lines. Like let's say you have similar kind of 1,000 lines in the directory, Ubuntu directory. It's very difficult to go over all the 1,000 files and understand where all you are getting the error that you're looking for. So I can do grep error A, and I can simply type star, like star means all the files in this directory. See, I just got 2 lines. It will go search all the files, 1,000 files, and I will just, I can understand how many errors are coming, let and which all things to look at. I know. exactly. Okay, and with this error code, what is the message? There would be some message, right? I can also look for those details. So very useful command. Okay, grep find. I demonstrated that yesterday. You can do a like find on any file under any directory. You can do a find. SCP is to copy one file. SCP is a secured copy. You know how to copy from one directory to another directory. I can copy it. But SCP is from one server to another server. You can copy it. Just know that. Just give this SCP and you need to give the credentials, server a name, and you can just do it. Okay. So DF, I always use this to understand the disk usage of your operating system. Disk, the I'm talking about EBS here. Disk. You type df. H is for the human readable format. Df is the main command, parent df command. It doesn't it's difficult to read, right? Uh, so I type df hyphen h, human readable format, so you can easily see and read it. So df used for that. There are hmm, current directory, du hyphen sh. Yeah, you can also type du hyphen sh. This will give you the current directory, how much space is being taken. So currently I created two in this directory. What is there? These two things are there. So only it is 40K is being consumed. So du hyphen sh, useful. Current directory, it will give you the current directory. Type man on du. You would say what is estimate the file space usage du. And if you write all files, not just directories, hyphen sh I used, right? What does this sh use for? H is for H is for human readable. S for um, summarize, display only a total of for each argument. So tu hyphen s, that's the region. If you use hyphen t hyphen time, you will get lot many options. So I just happen to use tu hyphen sh. So there's so many things you can make it from one command. People can explore. Right. There are top command, very popular top command. It will give you uh, so many details. Your PIDs, process IDs running on your in your operating system, in your machine, in your VM, the consumption, the the load average, the uptime, how many users are connected, CPU utilization, memory utilization, so many details you'll get it. So top command. Process ID, you can see process ID, PIDs, and this is the PID stands for. They're mostly these are like kernels, Linux kernels, which are required for make this operating system work, right? So it's like your task manager. You type in Windows, right? Uh, Windows, you type, go to task manager. That's what you see there, right? You see a lot of processes. You see CPU utilization, those details, right? So consider it that way. So these are all the okay. So Q, I just type Q to come out of it. You can kill a PID, kill PID. Uh, you can simply kill a PID. You know the PID name. You can also display your currently running processes PS. So being Ubuntu user cannot see more PIDs. See PS only this. Let me be root user. and run the same command.
Roshan, another question I have.
Yeah.
Roshan, like if any application is running in this Linux machine, how to, is it a top one through which we can find this PID?
What? Again, come again.
No, I'm just saying that suppose if any application which is supposed to be do the performance testing, so those applications running in Linux, suppose. So we by which command we are going to fetch the PID of that application?
So this is the command I showed you yesterday. Display process information for process name. You can, like, let's say you know the application name, right? It's what application name is that? Uh,
Suppose
so,
e-library, anything like
huh?
any application like e-library or something, any XYZ application.
Any application running, so you need to know. So it's a Java application, let's say. Okay.
Mhm.
So you can filter it out. If you have, see, if you have Java installed, so there are, I don't have here Java installed. So if you type JPS, it's JPS is something Java processes. Okay, it will just show you all the JPS running. So currently I don't have Java installed here. They're asking me to install Java. If you have Java installed, it will display all the Java processes. But anyway, it will be here listed. You can see if it's running, consuming a lot of memory, a lot of footprint. You can see this list here, your process ID list. And you can just grab that PID, and you can look for the in your next steps, whatever you need. You just need to find the PID, right? So
Yes.
top is where you will see all the PIDs. I can see all the PIDs here. If I run a shell script, okay, if I run a shell script now, you will also see and let's say I have looped it for 1,000 times. I'm gonna do it, okay, now today, and you will see that there is a PID getting created. So you will see that if you're doing a load test, you would clearly see, okay, so this much CPU is being used by that particular process. This much memory is being used by that particular process. Currently, this is idle, nothing is running here. So you mostly see the kernel level information which is required. Uh,
Okay.
You're able to understand, right? So PID, you can easily see this. If you want
Okay. Okay.
to, yeah, you can easily get it. Okay. If a Java process, install Java and you will see all the Java process, JPS. You can get the PID, right? So if it's a Java process, you can open JVisual VM also. It will detect the Java process there also, right? You can
Yes.
get it from here. Get it from here on. That's the best place. You will have every detail here. You can clearly see how much CPU is being consumed by your PID.
And Roshan, with this top command, like I'm able to get the PID, but the process name is not listed in the top command, right? We have to find it from somewhere. Process name.
What process name? You will get it, right? That's the process name you've been talking about. You got the PID, right? You guide the PID process name. It's like a Java process name. What's your question? I am not able to understand it.
No, no. Like in Linux machine, there are lots of suppose in Linux machine, there are lots of Java programs are running, right? So
So
out
you
of
can
those
get
things,
from the arguments. If you type JPS,
uh,
JPS will list your Java process with all the arguments that you have used to run the Java process. You must have given a Java
okay,
argument, right?
okay,
You can get it from there. If you run JPS, it lists all the Java processes with all the arguments that you have specified. Uh,
mhm,
where are you collecting GC log, or where are you collecting? Uh, so which algorithm? So JVM argument, whatever you specify in the JVM argument section, it will display everything. in the JPS. If it's a Java process, JPS is specifically for the Java process. JPS.
Okay.
Man on, it will display. No, it is related to Java process, so it's not displaying. JPS is used for that. Let me show you. JPS. Let's see this. What the output? I wanted to show you the output, how it looks like. Um, See, JPS is the Java Virtual Machine Process Status Tool. It will list you. If you type JPS-V, you can use this option. If you JPS-V, output the arguments passed to the JVM. It will display everything. Okay, let me just see the output. So like this, you will get it. If you type JPS, you will get something like this output. Like this output. If you simply type JPS, you will get like this. What you're running. If you type JPS-L or hyphen I, mostly I use -V, so you will get with the argument detail as well. Then you can easily understand what's your process.
Okay.
There are so many options here. Okay. JPS-V, if you use, output the arguments passed to the JVM. It will display the process name with the argument. And then you can find your process ID. You can also see how many threads are running in that particular process. Okay. And then you can troubleshoot your next steps. Okay. I don't have a Java process, Java running, so I cannot show you, but it will display. If I install Java here, and if I run a Java process, you will clearly see the output of it. Okay. Okay. Let me. So you can just do like that, and PS-EF you can also use. Display all the currently running process on the system. PS-EF. Let me just check this. What is the output I'm getting? PS-EF. See, PS-EF is giving me the real details. See, all the process running on the system as a root. Now you got it. If I type grep, and if I this is the output I got it. So many Java process, so many process, not Java. Whether it's Ubuntu, whatever, it is displaying me everything. So PS-EF, don't rely on PS, don't rely on top. I'll correct myself, rely on PS-EF. That's the thing to rely on to see all your processes running on the Linux operating system. The PID, with the PID you're getting. And then if you want to filter it out, what you do, you type PS-EF grep. That's what you type, grep. This is for the filtering. Okay, pipe is for the filter. Grep. Now you can use your whatever you want to filter. What type of process you want to display? I want to display whatever Java process. Mostly we end up doing this, right? So if it's a Java process running, you will see all the Java processes here listed. There could be more other type of process as well, but it's mostly the kernel related stuff running. So all the kernel related stuff. It's nothing our application, nothing. Okay, cool. So you can kill a process like that, and you can also start any process in the background. Type BG. It will display stop background jobs. FG is for the foreground jobs, so you can do that. You can run a job in the background, you can run a job in the foreground using VG and FG. We already covered this SSH when we were talking about Bayesian host. It's the same thing. Okay, I am just displaying it here. Same process. So that's how you type it, SSH-I. You type the key pair PEM file, and then you give the username and the private IP. That's how you do it. Or you can also give the private public IP. It depends. Okay. Top command, very useful. There are so many things to get the same information. You can type mpstat command. Mpstat will. I need to have this stat installed. If not, mpstat will not give me the output. So I can do apt install sysstat. Okay, and then sysstat package is required. I am installing sysstat package, and now mpstat will give me the output. Mpstat, it is like a memory. It will give the user same kind of information, more or less steal time. There are a lot of so many things. You can give similar kind of information. You can just Google it. The interviewer can ask you, how do you take CPU memory, and what is the use of mpstat, vmstat, iostat, netstat. You can just your famous commands, vmstat, iostat, netstat. Also add netstat. You can just Google it. Okay, it's useful. Okay, my intention here to make you guys comfortable with Linux. So this is up to you. You can discover on your own, research what is vmstat used for. Similar information. Okay, to give you the memory related stuff information. Memory, swap memory, CPU again, same information, kind of a thing. Netstat. You can what you can do with vmstat, you can publish this information in regular intervals. Like if you use vmstat, that's the best thing. You can display. I'm going to show you 2. I'm going to space 2. So what it will do, it will display 2 records and with 2 seconds interval. See, I got 2 records here. You can also, let's say if you're running a test, okay, and you want to display more information, what you can type, vmstat with every 2 seconds interval, you want 10 records. So what it will do, every 2 seconds, it will give you one record. 10 samples. Every 10 samples, totally you'll get 10 samples every 2 seconds. So if you are doing some test and if you want to, I just gave you 10 samples, you can give 1,000 samples. You can give 5 seconds. So it depends on you. Okay, and what do you want to look at it? How do you want to look at it? Okay, you can use this one command. You can pass all the information to a file as well using T command. A T is the command. You can use this T command and you can pass this to a file. T command is there. If you want to not just display, you want to store it in a file, that can be also done using T command. I'm not showing it here. Okay, no worries. I can show it here. Let me just using T command. Usually I don't remember the format, so you can just use T command and you can just pass it. T command is very useful. T. So what it does do, it will display, T command will display, but it will also write to a file. That's what it does, T command. And the way it works is like you can just give your file name, like something like that, whatever you want to. uh, Word here, I'm giving a word count here, and I'm just storing it in file.txt, and and I'm storing it in a file. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me. hmm, T version. T has to be there. Okay, T has to be there first. Let me just check it. T has to be there. T version. Yeah, it is there. T version is there. Good. So what? How can I use this command? Let's say I'm running the same command. Okay, let's say I'm using the same command. What I can do? I can T this guy. I can use this A for append. So it's not like it will start every time from line 1. It will append it. It will have the record which is already there. It will not overwrite. And I can just mention a file name here. I can create a file. Let me just take file.txt, whatever. Just run it. See what it is do. It is displaying. First of all, it is displaying all the 10 records, and at the same time you can. I'm going to let it complete. It will just take 20 seconds. And fine, you got it. But if you want to see it later, what will you do? Now you have a file also. Very useful utility. You can also go to this file.txt and you can see all those things. And since I have given hyphen a is to append it. Okay. Since I gave hyphen a, it again next time if I want to use it, it will not override. It will append from this line. So next time if I execute this, you will see I will get another 10 lines after this. This is the txt form, txt output, right? Uh, so after this you will get it. Very useful T command. You can see it also, and you can push it also to a file. Let me just show you the output of it. Cat file.txt. See, I got it. Did not overwrite it. It was there already. Now it started to. That's the hyphen a option for. If you miss hyphen a, you will lose this data. So you can use this kind of details file, and then you can use this and to understand what happened during your test. Right? You can play it around. You can add a date timestamp as well. You can do wonders. You can do anything. Okay. T command is very useful. Uh, very useful. Remember this diagram. T command. Let me do one thing. Let me just put this in your slide so that you don't miss it. Reads the output input and writes it to the both standard output. See, that's the diagram. And remember the format, the simple format. So to remember, just remember the simple format here. What did I do? You can write whatever you want to display, whatever top command, tf-it, whatever, and just t it to a file, and hyphen a will append it. So let me just copy this guy and just put it here so that you don't miss it. You guys can recollect this whenever you see this next time. Very useful. Let me just okay. At least you guys can understand this. Okay, cool. Whatever it is. Okay, so very useful T command. Okay, let's move ahead. Um, so similar to that, there are a lot of commands. You can iostat. Iostat will give you input-output operations. See, you will understand what's the type man on iostat. If you're not sure what does it do, what all it does, reports, central processing unit, statistics, and input-output statistics for devices and partitions. Okay, so netstat will give you the network related information. Netstat. Again, I need to have some package, I think. Netstat, I guess my bad spelling mistake. Netstat. See, netstat will give you all the network related information. You can Google it with other options. How can you use it if you want to troubleshoot networking? You want to understand, you may want to understand your network, where its port is running, which application is running on which port, and things like that. So you use netstat. Okay, okay. Let's cut to the bottom. Very important. SAR command is also important. SAR command. It depends on the with what you use with SAR command. SAR command is a very useful utility. SAR command, system activity report. SAR. Let's say if I use 1.5, see it will display you the CPU here. CPU. If you use SAR with R option, with U, so it depends on what do you are using this with R option, it will display you the memory. With U option, it will display you the CPU. So with a lot, you have a lot of options. You have a lot of options with SAR. Very useful utility, and you can tee this to a file so that you can look into this later. Very useful SAR command. You can just look for this SAR command as well. Very useful command, SAR. Let me just do one thing. I'm just trying to make you guys comfortable, okay, so that you guys can, you have to practice it, okay. I cannot demonstrate everything here. Practically not possible. It is a world of, it needs 1 month to just to talk about Linux and with all the commands, all the options, but I'm just trying to, it needs systat package, but I already installed systat package, so I'm good. I'm just showing you the options. If you use with -v, it will it will give you the version, and if I use normal, it will give you the CPU, this kind of details. With other options, it will give you other details. Let's say if I use -u, I will get again the CPU information. -u CPU. This gives a cumulative real-time CPU usage of all the CPUs. Okay, and you can use these many options. -p also you can use. -p, it will display some of the information. Memory -r, swap space -s, overall IO activities -b. So there are so many commands. Okay, you can. There's something called nmon also. Nmon you needs to be installed. Some other command I'm just telling you. Nmon. I don't know if it is there. No, I need to install nmon. It will also give you good information. Nmon. Try to practice nmon as well. Install nmon and just hit enter. Try and Google what all option you can use this nmon with. Okay. Okay, that's talked enough about this. Let's talk about shell scripting. This very important point that we use. Why do we? That's all about the command specific. But I really want to do some activity. Okay, I want to perform some activity, like a lot of activities. Uh, I automate stuff in Linux. Automation is there anywhere, is everywhere, right? If you want to excel in your work also, you need to automate every way along the way. Uh, so you have to automate every time, right? And you need to find, because if you are doing the same task, whenever you are doing some mundane task, repeating task, always have this automation in mind. Always try to automate things. So shell scripting is one of that thing. Like batch scripting we do, right? In Windows, we create bat file where we just issue a lot of commands, one after the other, and it will execute everything. So copying a file from one directory to another file, deleting a file. So it could be so sequential, mm, uh, just command, and it will perform that activity. So currently I am, where am I? I am here. That's good. Fine. So I'm going to create a file. Let me call sample script. Whatever. Uh, so shell script. Okay. Dot sh. It doesn't understand. Okay. Linux doesn't understand. Like in Windows, we have .txt, .doc, .xls, ppt has some other format. So in Linux, for Linux, it's all about file. It is for our convenience that we type .sh. Even if let's say it's going to be shell script, I know I'm going to create a shell script, but even if I do not give sh, it will behave like it's a shell. What matters is what's inside and how to execute it. It doesn't matter .sh, Linux. It is just for us to understand. Okay, it's going to be a shell script. So I use .sh. It's for our convenience. Linux doesn't differentiate between all the files. In Linux, everything is file. Either it's file one.txt. It is for our benefit that I gave .txt. If I would have given file.xls, I would have got the same output. It doesn't mean that it understands what this Microsoft Excel is. It doesn't understand. It is just for our benefit, our understanding. I gave like that .txt because we have been very much used to seeing this kind of format in Windows. In Linux, it doesn't differentiate. So it's going to be a shell script. So .sh. I can go inside the shell script, vi. I can just do vi the shell script. I can just double click that and right click here. I can be in insert mode. The first thing that you type in shell script is called shebang. Okay, that's called shebang. Bin bash. You have to start a shell script with this line. That's called shebang. Okay, and then you can start and you can write anything you like, uh, creating a directory, whatever you want. Okay, you can do any stuff. cd, you know what does it do? Cd will make sure that you come to the root directory of the user. Cd, you can end up creating mkdir, dir1. You can do that. You can go to mkdir. I'm just typing you a series of action that you can do, and it will perform exactly what you are instructing here. Okay, I can create. I am now inside the dir one. I can go. I can touch, and inside that I can create a sample one file. I can I can delete rm sample one file. I can rmdir. Uh, I can whatever. I can copy. I can create another directory, mkdir2, dir2. I can I can copy sample one, CP sample one to dir2. I can do this. So let me perform this activity. Simple stuff I'm doing, nothing else. To run a shell script, I just wrote a series of commands which I want to automate. It could be anything. I'm just showing you how it works first of all. So what I can start up, I can give a shell script here. First I need to execute this, right? I need to give the execute permissions. Without that, it doesn't make any sense, right? I can chmod u plus x. I can just simply type. You understood that yesterday. How do I give the execute permissions? Now I can simply run this guy. See, it has run, done. It has taken only that much of time. If I first thing I went to CD, then I go to ls. Can you see this who created this dir1 and when it got created? Can you see the timestamp here? Just now it has got created. If I go inside the dir1, what will I find? I will find sample one. I will find dir2. If I go to dir2, what will I find? Come on, tell me. I copied, right? Copied sample one to dir2. Remember? I copied. So I performed an activity through a shell script. That's what it does. It can automate stuff. Able to understand, right? Let me go to the same directory, same place where I have the shell script. Okay, very simple stuff. So I can go to again shell script, and I can use this for a very important purpose. Okay, I can use this. I want to show you something very useful, which you need to use, which you should think about doing. Let me be insert mode. Let me delete all the lines. And I'm going to do one important stuff. I'm going to talk about this shell script. Okay, what I'm doing here, this is again a shell script, and I am capturing. I'll first tell you what it does it do. So it starts with this, this script captures CPU and memory data. This so just a comment for my understanding. What I'm going to use this script for. It is going to capture CPU and memory data. The important point, the heart of the script, very simple, is these two lines. The heart of the script is these two lines. The rest part is a normal stuff. So I knew that I'm going to create CPU memory, and I'm going to write this to a file. I'm writing this to a file. Okay. So I knew that, let's say I'm running a test with every 5. So you need to think about your what you're going to do. You're running a test. Good. You want to capture CPU memory every 5 seconds, let's say, during the test duration, and you want to push it to a file. Good. That was your requirement. So you knew that you needed a for loop for sure, because you want to iterate same stuff, similar stuff for the entire test duration. The test can run for 1.5 hours, 2 hours. You knew that for loop was required. Good. So that's how you write a for loop. For loop, you type like this. Um, you know the for loop syntax, right? It just varies from a language to language. So if you are in that's how you write a for loop in Linux. So I is the initializer, and it will take the value between 1 to 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. It will take it will increment it. Okay, that's how it does. Uh, if you are working in Java, or you give initialize I is equal to 0, I less than equal to 100, I plus plus. That's how you do it. But we write it here. In Linux, we write it like this. Here it means it's incrementing. Okay. Everything is we do like this. First command that we use after for is do. Do this, do this, and this is where my for loop ending done. So that's so for this is the structure of for loop. One first line, second line, and third. That's how I write for loop in Linux. So not you whenever you're gonna write for loop, you have to use this, and you can change your how many times you want to run it. It depends on your how long you want to run the test, how many samples you would like to capture. You can have a calculation. That's simple. Okay. Then what I needed to uh, I need at end of the day I need an output file. That's what I need, an output file. So I started with echo. It will print. Echo will print. Uh, Simply print whatever you are asking to print. So elapsed time, CPU time, memory usage. That is just going to print information, and it's going to send me to the output file. And I'm gonna talk about a lot of stuff here, but let me do one thing. Let me run it quickly. Let me run it to show you what it does. Okay, this is how you run a shell script. Dot forward slash sample script dot sh. You what is that? Host name or service not no. Okay, what is that? Let me be Ubuntu root user. I don't know what is the problem. What is this? This is I don't understand this. It has created a it is creating, but it is giving me the output. This is nonsense. Okay, let me be Ubuntu user.
Maybe you're not logged in as root.
No, I will log in as a root. That doesn't matter. Let me do one thing. Sudo chmod. Let me just change the chown Ubuntu. Unable to resolve host. Is it down? What is the problem with this guy? Do I have any problem with this guy? Something related to AWS. No, what is the problem that is showing up? It is the same instance I'm logged into. 172.31. Okay, IPv4 DNS public. Oh,
Can you
okay.
try to run that hostname command outside this script just to see if it is working?
No. This is what I understand. This is. I just need to. Okay. Maybe I have disabled this guy here. Public IPv4 DNS. This has to be here. Let me just do one thing. I'm gonna fix this quickly. While demonstrating, I would have disabled that option to you guys in front of you guys. Let me do it quickly. You're not able to resolve. Okay, so that is why I was telling you. It should always resolve. Okay, so always check this box. Now it will resolve. It will not have problems like that. I may need to restart this. Now it will resolve. Okay, sometimes it creates problem while resolving. So now you can see this, right? This is required. Sometime create problem. What I'm going to do, I'm going to simply restart this guy, duplicate session. I'm going to cancel this guy. Okay, leave it. So where am I right now? I should have the file with me. Good. Let me just delete this guy. Yes. Okay. So Ubuntu owns this. Good. Okay, I'm going to simply run this guy. Come on. Oh, host name of service not known.
Can you try to run that hostname command outside the shell script, Roshan, just to see if it is working?
Yeah, that was the problem, right? That time also it was
Just to be sure that
right. It's coming host name, but if I type hyphen I, it is creating a problem.
embed that hostname command in a apostrophe. I think then it should work.
Which one? Apostrophe? You mean to say like this?
On the sample script in VI editor,
Uh-huh. What you're telling like this? Yeah.
yeah. So if you see, right, the hostname command is not working. So instead of dollar and that thing, right, just remove the dollar and the brackets and close it in apostrophes, and then it should work ideally.
You are telling like this.
Yeah, remove the dollar and the brackets
One
and
thing, I'm going to, and this is going to be problem. Okay, this will not work because I have some problem with this because manually also host name is not working for me. So leave it. Okay, I understand what is the problem because manually also if I'm typing host name hyphen I, it's not working. Leave it. I just
okay.
uh, leave it. Uh, Keep it like that. Okay, because I understand. See, if even if I fix that, it will not going to work because see that's the. Okay, now it's working.
It's working. So that's why I said if you enclose it in apostrophe, right, it will work. For some flavors of Unix, it has to be done like that.
Okay, no, I'm just saying why it was not working before. Now it's working.
Maybe it took time after you enabled the DHS, right? The DNS. Now try running the script. If not, then we can try what Ravi is saying.
Yeah. It will work now. Yeah, it's working. Okay, fine. It's running. Okay, it will. Okay, I'm going to control C now. Let me make the script the way it was. I don't know. Now it's working. So good. Fine. Let me just. Okay. Cool. Now it should not be a problem for me. I think it will run smooth. I can run in the background. Yeah, I don't have any problem, and I can just see that it is updating also records. Yeah. So I have this latest one. Um, okay, it's updating. Okay, I can just do a more on this guy. It's updating. Okay, it's go on. It will go on doing. Okay, fine. So the only problem was enabling the this guy IPv4. So always make sure that you enable this. Sometime, if not, you will hit those kind of issues. So you need to enable this. That was the problem. Yesterday also I hit this, so that was the problem. Okay, cool. So let's come back to the topic. So if I run this, you see this. This is the output I'm getting. So you need to have the output in the mind what you want to see as the output, and then you can plan your shell script. How do you write it? So I knew that the first line is going to be elapsed time, CPU usage, memory usage, right? Something like that. So in considering that, I am writing this shell script like this. So the first line is this. It will not. So first, when this you execute this shell script, this will be called at the last because I am writing this for loop. Okay, so I'll talk about these two things at the very end. Okay, that's the heart of the program. So how it is collecting the CPU. Okay, I'll talk about that. Apart from that, I'm going to talk about everything else now, just like in a structure. Okay, so you can add whatever you need, disk or whatever you need. I'm going to talk about these two lines at the last. So this is a for loop that I used, and I'm writing this for loop in a function. Okay, and I'm calling the function here. Collect one is my function name, and I and you can calling the function here collect one. So when the execute starts, it will just store this. These are the variables sample interval 5. Why I use sample interval 5? I wanted to. I can give a hard code also sleep for 5 seconds. I can do that. But let's say later if you want to change in the script, you can do it. You have to do it manually 5 10 here. So I just given a variable and I'm just putting the variable here. Dollar variable name means the value whatever you're putting here, it will come here. Host name. Host name is required when I'm writing the file, the output file. Output file is this. So I'm just giving the host name with the output file so that let's say I have multiple servers. I should not get confused looking at, let's say I have 5 servers and I'm running the same script everywhere. Uh, After you write
Quick,
and work, yeah.
a quick question, Roshan. Sorry.
Yeah.
Uh, so why are we using brackets at some places, and at some places we are not using the brackets? Like when we say sleep dollar sample interval, right? There we are not using curly braces, but in output file or at some other places we are using curly braces. I mean, any. I mean, can you explain? I mean, does it matter or how's it?
No, no, you can change it interchangeably. Okay, but bracket is just to make sure. See, I'm using host name here, right? Host name is there, so I'm just using curly bracket here. You can just try it differently if you want to get comfortable. See, if it's a kind of a one command, host name. See, host name is the out is a variable. With the variable, I will always use the curly bracket.
But we are not using it for sample interval where you have written sleep
Where
dollar. Yeah, that's why I asked.
okay, no, you can skip this as well. Okay, you don't need to. I simply given it. You have
Fine.
you don't need to use this. Okay, you can. Yeah, observation is good, Ravi. Yeah. You can just skip this. You don't need to write. Yeah, dollar host name will work. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's understand a bigger picture here. The first thing which will get executed is these lines and these two these lines, this one and this. Uh, the function will be always skipped. Whatever you write in the function, it will not get executed first. uh, the whatever you type in the variable and your echo, I have just given a main body of the script starts here. It doesn't mean it's the main of the java's uh, code, right, where you type main. uh, so it's not like main. Okay, just for your understanding, I'm just telling you because it is just a variable, but it has executed at the same time as this guy. But in the output file, I'm echoing something here. I'm not echoing here. So that is the reason you see this first line as the echo. But at the same time, these are getting executed as well. And the store in the variable, we are storing the values. And then collect one is being called. When this collect one is being called, it will go and write the execute this for loop, and it will keep pushing the data to output file. And that's the first line of my output file. If you look at the output file result, that's my first line. And then I'm doing this for loop and I'm capturing the CPU usage, memory usage. That's what I need, elapsed seconds. I'm capturing all the details first, 2, 3, and then I am pushing that to the output file. As simple as that. But the point is that you need to understand this point, only thing. I think apart from these two, I think we are good with everything else, right here. Uh, it should not be having any problem. It's a straightforward thing, and you'll see in most other scripts if you are doing this. Only only thing that you need to understand is this command, these two commands. So for the CPU usage, I'm using top. Okay, top. If you can use any other commands as well, like mpstat, sar. There are so many ways you can get the information. I just happen to select top, and then I am running in the batch mode -b and number of iteration. So I'm gonna demonstrate you something. Let me copy this guy. I have it. Okay. So if you type top, you get this output. Okay, I need 10 minutes. Okay, I need 10 minutes. If not, bear with me 10 minutes. So if I type top, I will get in a it's interactive output. I get it, but I want in a batch mode. I need to run this in a batch mode. I don't want an interactive mode of a UI, because I will I will end up taking. I'm interested in capturing this value, CPU utilization. Out of these many values, I'm just interested in capturing this value, nothing else. So what I do first of all, I'll come out of this batch, this interactive mode. To do that, I will run this top command in a batch fashion, -b. If you look at man on top, you will find all the options here. Okay, -b is for the batch mode operation. Okay, so starts top in batch mode, which could be useful for sending output from top to other programs. So you need to use the batch mode. Then I'm using -n and -d also. Delay time I'm giving 1 second in my output, and I am also using -n. N is for the number of iterations, so I'm giving that also 1. If you look at my, so that is the reason I'm using this guy here, top -b, run in the batch mode, -n, number of iteration I want 1, and delay 1. So if I type this, I'm getting the command prompt. It's no more interactive cell. So I just captured this, the entire thing. I just captured the entire thing here. There's no more interactive now. So now the next step is to use the pipe and grep to filter this line. And I'm interested in this value. So it has become constant now. Right? So I'm interested in capturing this value. So next step I will do is grep with CPUs. That is what I am trying to get this. If I use this, see, out of so many lines, I just got only one line. I'm trying to filter it again and again. Okay, that's what I'm trying to do. It was in interactive mode, so I used this to get one batch output, and then I'm using grep, and I'm just typing only one line. I got it. By default, what it does, this means your $1, this is $2, this is your $1, this is $2, this is $3. By default it is. So again, I will do one thing. I will use this and I will grep it again. I will use awk command. Awk is for the manipulation that we use. Awk is the name of three gentlemen who invented awk. If you want to manipulate something, you use awk. I'm interested in displaying printing $2. I'm interested in printing $2. That's the guy. So I'm gonna do $2. Okay, let me just use this and see the output. See, I just got 0.4. That is what I was interested in. Okay, so I got 0.4, but you can, this is a nice information, good information. But even if you want to filter it even further, because I'm not running at any test, so 0.4 is coming. But if you are want to just capture this value, I can delimit. You can use delimiter, and I can just capture this value alone. But for now, we are good with this. But you can use delimiter also to just to capture this guy here. Okay, I'll leave it as of now. So that's how I end up getting this value, and I'm pushing this information every time, every 5-second interval. I'm pushing this information. So I hope everyone understood this particular why I'm using this in my shell script in the for loop, just to capture
Ashwin,
this data here. Yeah.
quick question. What is the -d flag here? What is the use of -d flag?
As I mentioned, it's a you can just D is for delay time.
Okay.
So I gave delay time as one. Okay, I did mention one because I was just interested in just one output, so I just gave delay time as one interval as yeah. Okay, so you end up getting like this. So similarly, you can write your other stuff like now I'm interested in memory, so I know I'm gonna use free. Let's say free. And what you are interested in, let's say the memory utilization percentage, right? So basically, you are interested in used divided by total into 100, right? That's what you are interested in, basically. And then I will get the memory utilization percentage, something like that. So you can play with this, right? So you can start with free command again, free, and you can start. Let's say you're getting 2 lines, okay. Uh, so you can do a filter here. I can use a filter. You can use grep, and you can just type mem. So you will just get one line out. After this, you'll just get one line. See, you're getting just one line because you're grepping it. Now this is your $1, this is $2, this is $3. Now you want to divide $3 by divide. You want to divide $3 by $2. That's what you want to divide, and then you want to multiply by 100. That's what you are trying to do next, right? You're planning to do. So I can use awk command in that case. I'm not filtering it. I'm manipulating it. So to manipulate, you use awk command. And then what I can do, I can use print. What do I want to print? I want to print $3 divided by $2. Because $3 is this, $2 is this, okay. And then I can do multiply by 100. So I will get the percentage here. Okay, that's what I got 8.7%. If you divide it, you will get it 8.7%. That's it. And now I'm pushing. So if you look at the shell script now, it will make more sense to you to understand why am I doing the way I'm doing. So that's all I'm doing. I'm capturing this detail. I have also used the delimiter here as well, just to give, not to note the decimal value, just to get the first value. You can use it or you can ignore this also. It depends. You can similarly you can type disk usage here as well. So if you want to use disk usage, what will you do? Disk is for df, right? So you start with df command. Df, you do a grep on. What will you do a grep on? Let's say you're interested in this disk, right? You want to capture this detail, or 14%. You want to understand capture this guy. So grep this, right? You want to grep this guy. So now you got one line, right? Now you cap you cap you intend to capture this. So $1, $2, $3, $4, $5. What I can do, I can use again awk command, and I can print. I can print $5. It will come. Oh, sorry, $5. That should be it. 14%. I can just capture this guy here. So I would know for my test duration, I have not consumed or anything. I can plot this, whatever. So awk is very useful and grep is very useful in this kind of activity. Okay. So that's all I wanted to cover today. Uh, that's all on the shell script. There are so many things. You can just search for cron job. How do you run a cron job? There are so many things you can do in automation wise in Linux. It's never ending process. You can just uh, go on and explore. Okay, so
Roshan, we will create and run this shell script with the root user only, right?
which come again?
No, no, we will run and when we will create and execute this shell script through this root user only, right? Not with the
Anything that we find, no, who owns it, that matters. That doesn't matter. Who owns the file? That the file can run it. The owner of the file can run it. Doesn't matter root. Not required to be root. If there are certain
okay.
activities there are certain activities that you are only root can do, so you have to be root. If you are doing some certain activities in your shell script, then that time you need to be root. I'm running all along through Ubuntu only, right? Because Ubuntu owns this file, and depends on your other user can also execute it if they have the permission.
And permission, I mean permission giving and taking is through this root user. It's the
That's
root user, right?
that's nothing to discuss. Yeah, you can use root user.
Mhm.
Doesn't matter. Output is what matters. Okay. So thank you everyone for joining. We will start with microservices from next session. That's all from the Linux command line shell scripting. Thank you.
Thank you, Roshan. Bye bye.
Yeah.